and he whacked me across the face, and my whole face went puffy and purple, and by the next day I was completely black and blue.
And then he went and punched his nightstand and like broke his nightstand. And then that's when he came to me and he threw me down, started grabbing me really, really hard right here. He's like, "I will show you, ridiculous."
And I live in Lakeside and have been in my home for almost 30 years. And born and raised here. My dad started the Air National Guard base here in 1942, so we've lived here forever.
I have a disability, and my disability is hearing loss. I wear 2 hearing aids in both ears, and I have conductive hearing loss.
It was relatively quick. We met and got married a year later. And everyone in the family was excited, and we had just a really wonderful, wonderful time. And in the beginning, it was just, couldn't have been a better match.
In the beginning, it felt very trapped. Like I felt very suffocated and claustrophobic, and like I didn't have freedom. He just knew about when I was looking this way or looking the other way that I couldn't hear otherwise. Like, "Oh, you didn't hear that?" He would say some stuff like that. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
I turned on I have a little nook, I like to read at night, and he went nuts. He went nuts and again flew out of bed screaming and hollering and swearing at me and saying, just because I turned on my book. And so I went across the hall again and I said, "Can we talk about this? This is just crazy that you'd be this mad." And he said, "No, we can't." And he went on and on and on. And, "You're a worthless person." And so I went to walk away and he shoved me toward the stairway. I was this close from going down it. My head hit the corner of the wall and I got 2 big gashes in my head and I'm bleeding all over. And I ran and I got this towel. This is my towel that's got my blood all over it from that incident. And I ran to the neighbor's house, this cute little older couple, and they said, "Oh my God, we're calling the cops." I said, "Not call the cops because he will kill me." I was so scared.
And then he like got really mad and he like grabbed something. It was his master mic volume kit, and he grabbed it and chucked it at my head, and like my head just started bleeding. There's a huge gush. Like I felt it, but I didn't really realize it then.
So what's really funny about this is I have done real estate for 30-some years. I can sell a $500,000 house and get all 29 pages of that paperwork done perfect and take it to the end and work with bankers and lawyers, and I can do my job to the nines, and I did it right through this process. And when this was all happening, I would go to pieces to pay the electric bill and write out the checks and pay the bills that he used to pay and do the things that he handled. And you know what? I did it. They did. They answered when I called. And I called and then I made an appointment to come in, and there was somebody there to answer that call. And there was somebody to see me right away. And there was somebody to say, "You're not alone, you're not the first, you won't be the last, you will make it through this," because I had no faith that I could make it through this. I was really down. I thought I feel like a loser, and they every time they answered that call when I called, every time. And it was really nice.
Safe Haven was here to help me when I needed that. They knew all the things. I had no idea about the laws or rules or anything. I felt safe with these women and these people here.
A lot of times I'll knock on the door or ring the doorbell, and they open with a lot of hesitancy and suspicion, and they don't know who to trust in that moment. There's so much crisis and so much chaos, but as soon as I say, "Hi, my name is," and I'm from Safe Haven, the door flies open and I'm like pulled into that moment with them, because they know, and I don't even know how these women know, but it's just a general knowledge that we are safe and we are trustworthy and that we are for them. And so it's always been a positive response.
I'm a 60-year-old woman. I shouldn't be asking for help, but I needed it, and you were there.
I also come to the support groups Wednesday nights, and that's the empowerment group, and I love that. And I was amazed the first day I walked in there. I was just like, whoa, there's all these different females, all different ages. Wow, and there's just that common ground of, we know why we're here, but we talked about other things, and that was really, really important to me, and just like, I felt really good after my first group.
And you know what? I'm a good person, I'm a generous person, I'm a lot of fun to be around. I'm a great cook, I have great grandkids, and I'm a crazy fun grandma, and I have so much to be thankful for.
This is more of a service that is ongoing and allows women to actually get their feet underneath them after probably the most traumatizing moment of their life. And so to have that service worked into our community as a steady and reliable place I think it's key to our community health.